What's up everyone, I'm Dave Mech and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to show you the Timetosser, which is made by fellow Utrechters from alter.audio. And it's a Kickstarter project and this is a prototype, so there are a couple of things that are not working yet and it's being worked on. I'm not going to go into every function. I just want to show you a little preview, a little demo of what it does. And then when it's released officially, I'll do a full review of it. But I want to explain the novelty and show you a little bit what you can do with it. Timetosser, which is a funny name because you toss time around and it's really what you're doing. So the best way I can explain what it does is that it creates slices in real time of the audio coming through. And that's really cool because you can then rearrange those slices by drumming on the device. So it's not really a stutter effect, it's not really a looper, although when it's finished it will be able to loop, so that's really nice. But it's like a rearrange slicer thing, which is quite interesting. So a couple of things it can do is do repeats, stutter effects, and reorder a pattern that is being inputted on the fly. You also have a reverse button and a mute button. I'm just gonna show you what you can do with it. So let's start with a beat. Now what it does is these 8 buttons are like a timeline, so these are steps. When I set it to 16th notes, you can compare it to the sequencer of Electron, for instance, that every step is a 16th note. So this is the same thing. When I hold this one, you can see it's now repeating the first beat in 16th notes, so now it's a stutter effect. But if I hold it over here, what I can do with that is, if you see that there's a timeline, it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's say the 1 of this beat, this is going through this timeline. I can catch that first beat of the original sound on another step and repeat it. So what I can do then is stuff like this. See, that's really cool. And you can see that you actually need to drum to get these effects. You really need to work on your timing. It does use MIDI clock, so it actually gets tempo from the Digitect right now. So that's the cool thing about that, is I can drum, but it will always be in time. The confusing thing about this is when I hit play, and I now hit this step, now it's actually it's shifted in time. So now the first of the beat of the bar is not on the first of the bar, but it's actually on the 4th 16th note of the bar. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, it's kind of weird to wrap your head around it, but I can actually duplicate the Digitect channel and you can hear what happens. Let's play the Digitect. I'm just now adding the Digitect. You can hear it phasing because it's exactly the same sound. This is the original Digitect track. I'm now adding the Timetosser, and I'm now going to hit this step. You can actually hear that the recording, the real-time recording, is now shifted for 16th notes. 3 actually. So that is interesting. So you're really shifting the original audio to the front. If I repeat stuff, I always have to make sure that I go back to the first step. for me is that I have a looper per channel on the DB4, so I can drum in an offbeat from the original sound and then loop that. So I really hope they put in a looper on the output, so you could, if you want, do it all in this device, because then you can drum something in and hit loop, and then it will keep looping the thing that you drummed in. Because then you can get really, really cool offbeat stuff on the fly, and mix in other stuff, and then it becomes a sort of drum looper kind of device, which is really cool. So now I use, at the moment I use the DB4 to do that. So I didn't really get into the other functions, but you have a shift function so you can do triplets. There are a few different modes, one of which is looper mode. I really hope they add a looper that loops the output audio. So when you drum something, you can hit loop somewhere, somehow, and it will loop that restructured thing. So now I use DB4 for that, but it would be cool to have that inside this machine. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you enjoyed this video, if you think this is a cool device, please support them and make this thing happen, because I think it is really a really nice addition to a DJ set or a live show. So yeah, if you like it, support it, and let's get this thing made. So see you later, and thanks for watching. Cheers.